Yes, walkie talk. You missed it. Oh yeah, right. Hi.
They want to listen to you. They don't want to listen to me.
The harder it's to pull up, the more expensive.
Yeah. This is a co-producer, production designer, and all-around fuck-up. All right, we just got back from Paris. We're gonna play that for the next month. All right, Nikki, there's a great genre in New York called the I was once a doorman, and then I was a star Bronx Tale, or Triple X, or whatever. Here's an inside bit, okay? There's gonna be a great movie, play, everything called Romeo Madness, which is Nikki's Bronx Tale. We need a saxophone player. Is anybody here with a saxophone and can play a saxophone? Sure. All right, now just imagine John Lurie, one of our more...
The Swiss bass.
Yeah, she don't have a sax. Anybody got a saxophone? How about a flute phone?
I have it here.
We don't need the saxophone.
Okay, all right. Anyway, this you are going to see.
Did you
Here is Nikki D and Romeo Madness. Just a clip, just a little taste.
Okay, dude, you
all right?
pull that up.
All right.
Good job.
Okay. I don't know if it's... I've been... Well, 1980, the winter of 1980, I was doing a door called... doing a nightclub called AM/PM. It was on the Lower West Side. And it was just an incredible time, 1980. It's like... I already put 600 people in the club, and it's about 3:30 in the morning, and I'm waiting for the next 500 to come. And about 4 o'clock in the morning, this white limousine pulls up, and like 5 or 6 people come out of it, and it's freezing out. It's 20 degrees below zero. And I'm standing outside, and like 5 kids come out, and then another 3 girls come out. And all of a sudden, a guy comes out with a strapless t-shirt on, with chains and crosses and leather pants and blonde hair. And he has a blanket that you get on the airplanes, and it's 20 degrees out. And he comes up to the door, and he's got his friends, and all of them are like this by now, because I'm making them all wait. And he goes, I'm Billy Idol.
Yeah.
I'm in a band called Generation X. And I like to come into the club with my bloats. So I go, it's $15 a person, everybody's got to pay, and you got it. And he goes, no, we got no money. So I said, okay, I'll let all the girls in for free. The guys got to pay $15 a piece, okay? Meanwhile, I'm dealing with everybody else that's coming into the club. So he's standing there. I just wanted to see what this guy was made of. I had leather pants on, leather jacket on, and a down jacket on with a fucking scarf around my head and I was freezing. And he was standing right in front of me, and he was like this. Not even a goosebump. I mean, this guy just standing there. So I said, anybody that could stand out there with me for that long, I better let him in the club. I let him in the club, and that was the beginning of a friendship that lasted 23 years already. That's just a little taste of Romeo Madness.
Make a film about us. Who's this sneaking up? All right, how about anybody else got something to offer the Lower East Side? Other than a street musician? All right, that's great. All right, so I think this extravaganza might come to an end. I wanted to play one. Does anybody want to see a clip from Bad Lieutenant? All right, okay, we dedicate it to Zoe. Zoe, would you like, here, Why don't you come up and say a few words?
What? Me?
Yeah,
Come on, Robert.
Come on, Robert.
Really? What can I say?
Just don't say anything nasty about
Of course not.
Like, don't bad.
What's to say? I love you. I love you.
We're queuing up the Zoe's brilliant piece. Guys, thanks so much for coming.
I was very pleased to hear
This is
Abel
Zoe's.
speak so highly of Zoe at the beginning. I was married to her for 11 years.
Don't beg tonight.
I ain't begging. You want a
Beg
story?
it.
You want?
No, but don't
what do you
beg
want?
tonight. Don't
What do
say
you want?
tonight's sober. Thanks for coming.
Of course
Goodbye.
not. Thanks for coming. So anyway, whatever he wants to say, I got the T-shirt. I thought I'd wear it up front to spook him a little, but I'll be selling these. This is not about that. Zoe, what can I say? I remember when she was writing it, she'd go over every night, you know, do the changes, type all day on the Macintosh. I guess, a tidbit many people don't know. When they were shooting the scene where Harvey goes to get his fix from the skinny redhead, it was up at the Mayflower Hotel, and, you know, she did Harvey with saline. Had a nurse standing by who said, "Oh, you did that better than most of my nurses because she had a lot more practice." But then when it came time for her time to do it, you know, she's watching the prop man mix up some brown sugar or something. And she says, "No way I'm putting that shit in my veins." So I slipped her a couple of real bags, and so when she did it on screen, she was actually doing the real thing that she did every day. So yeah, it's always, it might be nice to know when you see her doing that thing on the screen where her eyes roll a little and she's not acting, it's really taking over. So that was true theater, a little bit of reality film there.
But you're not
Otherwise-
supposed to tell where the rabbit comes from.
The rabbit, no, we won't talk about the rabbit. I don't know what else, I thought I'd tell an anecdote. What can I say?
Tell the anecdote
What anecdote?
No, that's too close. No, they had the most beautiful apartment in Manhattan.
Oh, we
Right?
did have I had this apartment on 10th Street. I got a great deal in the 70s. Big, 7 large rooms. It was like a big Upper West Side
rooms
home.
on Fifth Avenue.
Just 10th Street between 5th and University. One of those old buildings with a teak wood all outside.
Fifth and
And they
University.
come and have their
10th
meetings
Street.
there.
7 giant rooms.
In fact,
2
in fact-
people and 54 rats.
I'm not checking on well, 120 rats.
120 rats.
But,
And she knew the names of every one of them,
well, it was a stretch, yes.
right?
It's all on the website.
Yeah.
But in fact, they worked to our disadvantage because once Abel and I can say this, Chris Walken came over. They had a meeting. They're
He
talking
was the
about
only
the
one
script.
that came back.
He came over, and as they were leaving, I heard that Abel was talking about getting money for her, and Walken says, "What? She needs money? She lives in a fucking palazzo like that. She don't need any money."
But
So
he
it-
came up with the money.
He did come.
You see? You see what
Yeah, I
happens?
don't know what he did with it.
He came up, what? He didn't come up with five?
What do I know? I don't have the records.
You see that?
I was asleep.
No,
Remember?
I didn't give the money. She didn't. The deal
No,
was made
it didn't
between.
happen. Yeah, I
the
know.
deal. No, let's discuss it while we're both here.
All right,
The
what
deal
hap-
was
what
made.
happened with
The deal wasn't made between Chris and me, and then I paid her. The deal was made between Chris and her directly.
Oh, what?
All right? Yeah, it was.
Well, I
And he
wasn't
gave her
there.
$5,000, right, to write a script about John Holmes.
The John Holmes story,
Okay,
starring
John
Christopher
Holmes
Walken.
story.
That I would have liked to see.
Right. I still get asked about it. Okay. Then she wanted to go to LA to research it further, and
Yeah.
he paid for the trip. All right.
Don't, you
Right?
know, it's all right. It
No,
doesn't
it's
have
not-
to
I'm
be
just
that.
telling
I
you
was
the story.
going out for broadcasting events, so she came along. I don't remember, but maybe he paid for it. But yeah,
Well, he
probably-
gave her money, whether
probably
she
paid
told
for
you.
hers.
You know,
There's
that's
that.
another
There's
thing.
that. I don't know what she
You know,
told me, but
'cause
yes,
what
we
she
had a
told
trip
you
to
and
LA.
me, you know, Zoe wasn't big on telling me and him too much.
She didn't.
You know what I mean? So
I'm
we were like
finding
kind
out-
of kept in the dark.
Since
yeah.
her demise, I'm finding out lots of tidbits from the past because she
She
was
used to
a
like-
full-time actress,
Right,
that's for
yeah.
sure.
She used to like to
Bless her
keep
heart.
her boys in the dark.
Boys,
I mean, her
including-
lover and her
including her.
employee.
We were married, comrade
partner.
for life, etc. You know.
Right.
Well, but yeah,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
didn't mean
So-
truth came out.
No, but what I'm saying is, she had a way of, nobody ripped Zoe off.
No.
I never seen anyone
No, no.
who could. And believe me, I tried.
Well, I didn't even
But,
try.
no, you had no chance. He ran the white flag up right off the bat. He had his plate. But, no, the one thing about Walken, of all the people I brought to that pad, because, you know, when you see rats, like, all over the joint, it could get a little, he came back. All right, so you got to hand
he
it to
came over
that.
there, yeah,
He
right.
came back. He came back.
You know, it started
He
with
liked
one
her a
and
lot.
two, and then they multiply, and some people had trouble coming in and walking through the rat field, but
I used to put
Walking-
gaff tape around
Face
my
it.
pants. I had this fear of a rat running up my pant leg.
yeah,
So
yeah,
once I put gaff tape around,
they don't want
my
that. They
pants.
just want food. They don't want what's up your leg.
There might be some food up there.
All right, so I've done enough here.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, we're not running her scene.
Well,
Well, let's do, okay, push it, let's push it up to her scene.
if you want.
Yeah, I definitely want to see, after that intro, I definitely want to see. All right, now,
Look at this.
the whole thing is, talking about drugs and the use of drugs. Okay, Zoe's, I can tell a really fucking funny, great story, but I don't want to,
Don't want to
out of respect for you, I won't.
I'd say,
The fact that Robert's still alive. Yeah, but the point is, you know, Harvey would never, you know, neither of these guys, first time I did a press conference with Chris Walken, they asked him a question. You know, and I remember I was with Wesley, was King of New York, I was with Wesley Snipes. And up to that point, I always felt like if you asked a question, Hollywood, that's Hollywood, I can tell. If you get asked a question, you gotta give an answer. And this was for the New York Film Festival in King of New York, the one and only time we're ever at that place. And they asked him a question, and he said, "You're asking me about acting? I mean, you don't ask the magician where the rabbit came from, bro. I mean, you do not speak about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a place to talk about it. But being we just started to talk about it a little bit, and being the fact that I get asked this question a million times, and being the fact that everybody came here for conversation. All right. Now, Harvey never did anything or took anything during the filming. He's not big on drinking to begin with. So, you know, but he would never do it. You know what I mean? And not just for the reasons of how he works. You know, and it was funny how Zoe would like show him, like at the moment, you know, how to do certain things, you know what I mean? Or make certain faces. Because I remember the whole way, because at that time we were smoking crack, you know, through his stem. And he said, "So what do you do when you do this shit, man?" Like, you know, and he'd watch, you know, but he'd make you do it, so he could see how you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, but this scene, okay, let's go. Okay, I'll tell you what scene. Go to, there we go, 712 on your dial. Oh, I love this. Good, hit it. You know, we were at a place, 712. We were at a place where the camera could only fit. You couldn't change anything. We only had 10 minutes because they didn't want to use Zoe, and we just squeezed her through. You couldn't move the camera at all in the scene. Okay, 712.
You were there.
Let's go. That means go.
Which scene?
712.
upper center,
All of them?
upper
No.
center.
Eight.
That one. Where's your pipe? Where's your pipe?
All right, this is the smoke.
Go ahead.
The smoke.
Yeah. How's that? Look at that. That's your angle, baby.
That's
That's all you got.
That was your wife?
Oh, that is. That's my one.
Wow, you're just on time. That's some very, very fine brown shit for you.
Yeah.
Same you loved last time you were here. No, nobody there. Nobody. Here. Oh, where's your pipe?
Turn it up. Turn it all the way. Max it. Max it. All for one, we'll give him a licking before they're done. One for all for one, we'll give him a licking before they're done. This way it helps, it helps with the audience, you know what I'm saying? Keep everybody on their toes, so make sure you surround yourself with people who have an attention span of 6 seconds. Nikki. Yeah, I knew that last number. Nikki D. All right, fine. All right, he'll be back. Had to see somebody. All right, what's next on the hit parade? All right, let's get on to the part of conversations. Now that we saw one of our superstars, where's Milton? Milton, come on upstairs, please. Milton, come on up. Now we're gonna get to the back, behind the scenes where the finance lives, where the capital lives. Get him up here. Here he is. This is the great Milton. We're not gonna give any last names. Let me tell you. Let's just talk about the boxing. We're gonna say, okay. In other words, when we're trying to finance films, these are the kind of people we want to be with. All right? We can't talk about the films right now because our attorney, who was also here, he now knows enough to go wherever we go to cut things off before they get too troublesome. That's right. But the David Tua fight with anybody see the David Tua Rockman? The tie? The tie goes to the loser. No. Anyway, guess which fighter we had? David Tua.
That's right.
Yeah. Talk to us about the future of
The future, I don't have any idea what the future is, but Abel's doing his thing, and God bless him. What's he doing now? Frankie, where's he going? Al, come back. What are we doing up here?
Sing us a song.
I have no clue. I don't sing. I don't dance. Cedric is good, yes. Cedric is.
Talk about how we met.
How do we meet? We met at Jimmy's a long time ago, yeah. With the great Cedric. The great Cedric. Where you going? Where's everybody going?
Tell us how we met.
Look at Al. Help me. What am I doing here? Al, how did I meet you, Al?
I met through Abel.
Through Abel, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm not an actor, I'm not a singer, I don't dance.
Nah, he's the greatest guy, though.
Nah.
He's a very good friend of ours.
He's a very good friend.
Yay.
Thanks everybody for coming. Abel really
Abel
appreciates
just
it.
saying goodbye for a minute to us.
Abel's back.
But he'll be back and he wants
Where
to
is he?
talk to Milton.
Can I sing
Talk to
Tell us how you met him.
You want to sing? Come up here, you can sing. What do you want
Oh
to do?
yeah, cool.
You sing, dance, what do you got there? What is that? Who are you?
Bad Brad, our street singer.
Super Brad. That's cool. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Just sing.
What do you sing?
Sing Rolling Stones music.
Rolling Stone, that's cool. Here we go.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long years. Stole many
Okay, hold on. One more.
How we doing?
How we doing?
Sign him up. Is that one more?
One more.
Wait, he's got one fan here. Okay, this goes.
Hurry up, come on.
We're all street
Get the dog.
I got the temptation. Where the fuck is it?
You lost
No cursing on
Yeah,
stage.
3 seconds. What's that thing?
Sign him up.
What is that thing?
There we go. Him and I grew up. Our father.
What is it? A toilet bowl?
No, that's my bullhorn, guys. I sing on the street. Okay, they use it. I can use a bullhorn. Oh, take your time.
Do whatever you want to do.
I gotta do another song. Take your time. Take your time. Meanwhile, my Yves Saint Laurent cufflink. I got it. This reminds me of myself as a youth. All right, nice and easy. Don't rush. Don't rush. We got 3 more. Don't rush. All right. Don't rush. You got all day. This is the last time you're ever gonna play anyway. All right. You ever see The Funeral? Everybody see the movie The Funeral? Yeah. Let him go. He's already dead.
They just beat the shit out of me in Jersey.
Tell us. We'll fucking kick their fucking ass. Somebody fucks with one of our guys. This is the Ray of Hope Management Company.
One more.
How we doing?
How we doing?
We're doing great. One more. Sign him up. Is that one more?
One more.
Wait, he's got one fan here. Okay, this goes.
Hurry up, come on.
We're all street
Get the dog.
I got the temptation. Where the fuck is it?
You lost
No cursing on stage.
3 seconds. What's that thing?
Sign him up.
What is that thing?
There we go. Him and I grew up. Our father.
What is it? A toilet bowl?
No, that's my bullhorn, guys. I sing on the street. Okay, they use it. I can use a bullhorn. Oh, take your time.
Do whatever you want to do.
I gotta do another song. Take your time. Take your time. Meanwhile, my Yves Saint Laurent cufflink. I got it. This reminds me of myself as a youth. All right, nice and easy. Don't rush. Don't rush. We got 3 more. Don't rush. All right. Don't rush. You got all day. This is the last time you're ever gonna play anyway. All right. You ever see The Funeral? Everybody see the movie The Funeral? Yeah. Let him go. He's already dead.
They just beat the shit out of me in Jersey.
Tell us. We'll fucking kick their fucking ass. Somebody fucks with one of our guys. This is the Ray of Hope Management Company. So in the new film, The Go-Go Tales, Walken, who runs a go-go club, he also has a talent agency called the Ray of Hope.
It's the way of hope here.
That's it. Here's the long shot. But Milton. Anybody that needs a management, if you're a fighter, we don't find Milton. They find us.
This is our new star.
Here we
We hardly had enough food on the room. shit in Houston Saturday night.
Okay, we're gonna have a little intermission. Nothing gonna top that. Don't call us. We'll call you at your local phone booth. Ray of Hope Talent Company strikes again. Man. Okay. All right.
Excuse me.
What's next?
All
right, guys, let's take 5.
Thank you.
Take a drink, have a drink. Stop staring at the stage. He's not gonna get nothing back for 5 minutes. All right, put the lights on. Play some music. Wait, we got our new financier. Who is it? We got the DJ. He leave with Nicky D.
My name is
Is that Jay-Z?
Damon's here.
Where's Damon?
You want Jay-Z?
Well, yeah, come on, bro. I said only one thing. We're gonna be playing anything else is only one thing. Where's Damon? We'll see. All right, put on Jay. All right, everybody, guys, hit the bar. Take a break. We're gonna come back. Don't worry. It's called intermission.
I'm out.
All right? Oh, now you're back. It's too late. All right, guys, hold it. Yo, put the lights on. Intermission. You know what intermission means? Take a break for a second. Yo. Our subsidiary of, Take What You Can Get Film Productions, which did the Abina video for $2,000 after the executive producer took the first 18 and left town. Well, he didn't leave town. He just left with the checks. All right, and somebody's here. Who's here to prove it? What's my man's name that built that raft?
George.
Not George. Who's the guy that built the raft on Abina? Where? Let me hear. Am I right or right?
Right in front of you.
Yeah. Okay. Come on up on stage. Come on. This is the business side of it. Here's my partner. Yeah. Here's the man. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Gaston.
Gaston. He designed a raft and then put together that very nice video, which I liked a lot. And he also got ripped for $1,000. He came the night we were shooting, thank God, to beat the shit out of the dude. And he ended up, because the executive producer, he hired a crew for us. He hired one person. So the guy showed up with his camera and lights. And nowadays in New York, you're not gonna fucking bitch about a job. So if you're the only one working, you just keep working. So anyway, me, him, and Frankie, and a couple other poor slobs did the whole thing. We all got checks for $1,000, which he was smart enough to go to the bank with the guy that gave him the check. Tell him that story. Tell him the story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I was meeting the guy outside. I said, I don't want a check, I want cash. He said, well, you gotta take the check now, so I get the check. I wait outside 3 hours, the guy never shows up. After a while, he finally shows up, and he has like $220 in his pocket. I say, where's the rest? He doesn't have the rest. We go to the bank. They say, well, one of your accounts is overdrawn. I said, one, so what about the other? The guy doesn't have the money. I flip out in the bank and say, you know what, man, if you don't find my money some way, somehow, then...
And what the fuck was he gonna do with your money when he found it?
He was gonna give it to me. I was gonna take it out of his ass. I mean, the guy was pretty much a damn idiot. Who the hell sits there and writes like 10 grand with the checks and fucking every one of them bounces,
My executive producer.
Fucking shoot from hell and shit. And we're like, oh, cool, thanks, guy. Oh, yeah, you did a great job.
Right. Only Frank said, these checks gonna bounce tonight, or they're gonna wait till... these checks gonna bounce tonight, or they're gonna wait till tomorrow to bounce? What's that? Excuse me.
No, we're good.
Hold it. Yeah, Frank, take
How long is it gonna take this check to bounce?
All right, so go finish the story. Finish the story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell about the raft that we never saw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Abel draws a picture and he says, I want a raft, I want to see a raft. It's just like a Huckleberry Finn raft. So I get all these logs and trees and rope and I make a humongous raft. Raft. Yeah, the raft was cool. It floated too. It was nice.
Yeah, it almost floated them out past the Statue of Liberty.
Was it like a statutory rape thing or was it like a preliminary fuck thing? What?
Who's that? Put the light, yo. Honey, come up, step up. Who's this? Who's this? Yo. Come on, step up.
Where the hell did that come from?
Where did that come from?
Right there.
Where? I can't see.
Right there.
Put a light in there. Put a light in the audience. Put a flashlight. Where's the person that just said that?
It's Mickey.
Mickey. Yeah, Mickey. I want what she's on. Good. Good. Put the light on her. Put the light on her. So, what's the point about statutory rape?
Let's talk about that for a second.
Good. Guys, come on, listen. Yo, this is Robert, right? Yo, these guys right here. Yo, Robert, get this guy right. Who's this guy right at the bar?
It's so lawyer.
No, this guy right there.
Right here.
The dude.
What?
Oh, that's our lawyer. Come on, come on, guys. Our attorney, please, give a little respect for the stage. Yeah, what's her name back there? Mickey. Yeah, Mickey.
And by the way, Joe says hello.
Who?
Joe.
Joel's dead.
No, Joe's not been dead for years, but you just forgot that.
Oh, her? Joseph.
Stand up, baby. Come on, stand up.
Okay, Joseph. All right, okay, whatever. Just forget about somebody else. Talk. What were you saying about statutory rape?
What do you think about that? How do you feel that you're not Roman Polanski? How about that?
Go fuck yourself. What the fuck does that have to do?
All right. Get the hook. Who you guys? Let anybody in this place? All right. Okay. You said your piece, baby, or what? You got some more rent and raving. All right. Good. I'll meet you at the top of the World Trade Center. I'll meet you at Windows on the World. We'll have a drink. What? On the steps of what?
The steps of your fucking iniquity.
On my iniquity. That's a good one, baby. Yeah. For iniquity, 4 syllables. That's like 2 more than.
Hey, how about
All right, shut this bitch up, man. Come on, where's the owner of this place? Come on, somebody just give her a few bucks and send her home. What did I say? No heckling, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got a problem, take it out on your husband. So, find a mirror somewhere. Now I'll find it. All right. Where's Gaston?
Right here, buddy.
Finish the story. Now he's in the bank with the gentleman who wrote us 10,000 bad checks. Yo, Lewis, shut the fuck up, bro. Come on.
Okay.
It's working.
All right.
Come on, Lewis.
Okay, so the guy, they actually did find the money. They found about $800 about 6 o'clock that day.
The same bank account that had no money.
Yeah, he had a dual bank account that he was shoving all the money into and flying around to all the film festivals, trying to show different things and get his work up. And he felt that this was the perfect time to take the money and take advantage of the situation, which left everybody just feeling really sore and belligerent about it. What the fuck, man? This is a 3-minute video that actually took from May to November to shoot.
I agreed. Yeah, I agreed for $4,000 to shoot the video, which came out to about 6 cents an hour. By the time we finished all the meetings, the longer the meetings went, the more time he had with the 20G, which was in his pocket all the time. That was funny. Anyway, I like the video very much.
Yeah.
And she's gonna give us another job.
Hey, cool.
All right, so keep working. We're gonna keep working together. All right, now, so that was the story. Shit, now this part of the show's over. I was gonna say that's the story of that video. Oh no, this is the other video. Oh, all right. So after that success, we got a job. What? Yo, what's going on back there?
It's Frankie.
Where's that?
It's Frankie.
She thinks you're Roman Polanski.
Yeah, I know. Where's that? Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have an Academy Award. Back it up. Or I don't fuck 14-year-olds.
Anymore.
I don't even fuck 17-year-olds. Is Nikki D back? Yeah, well, your moment was up and you let everybody down. Okay, is she all right? Okay, fine. I think that poor woman got hit by a taxi cab. Oh, to be Saddam Hussein for 5 fucking minutes.
Not this week.
Not this week. Statue in the park.
Gulf War syndrome.
Gulf War. Who's back from the war? We're all soldiers.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now we start doing this video from the Lower East Side. We're not going to mention any names. All right? They come to our house and they love us and they love our work and they give us some money. Yo! Who's talking now?
Same lady.
Oh, it's not the same freak. Where's David? David. Where's David?
Back with her.
All right, David. You know, come on. You can't have a place like this in this neighborhood and not have a couple of like big, tall, bald guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many times I got my fucking head handed to me for doing it, not even close to this. In this neighborhood, before I became a big star, I could do what the fuck I want. Okay, we should bring her on stage. Why don't we statutory rape her? 10,000 bucks. How's that for? How about getting down to her level, right? You gotta get down to the level of the, no, I'm gonna rise to the level of the, all right, some fucking level. All right, so we're gonna do this job. So they come with cash, right? Because they know that's what really piques our interest. Hard, cold cash, okay? Fuck the checks. All right, now we start shooting the video. But naturally, the musician says, I want you directed, but I have a cinematographer. Oh, really? How long have you been working with him? Oh, about a week. Do you have any of his stuff? No. Have you seen his stuff? No. All right, that's good. You haven't seen any of his stuff, but he's going to be the DP.
And his girlfriend's the editor.
Oh, yeah, his girlfriend's going to be the editor. Right? Our editor isn't good enough. All right? Our DP isn't good enough. But I could direct it. They're going to do me a favor. Yeah, they're going to make the video, but I could put my name on it. All right? All right, so anyway, we get around that saying, no, you see how it works? Like, it's not just a director. There's like an editor, and there's a designer, and there's a DP, and there's like a group of people whose credit I take all the credit for. But in reality, you have to hire them because you got to make it first before you can take all the credit. All right? So, okay, fine, no problem. Let's go. All right. We go scout locations for about a week before we find out they own a bar. Okay, great. We go looking for a place for them to play before we find out that they're playing at a club. So we shoot. Then we offer up our apartment, which no person in his right mind would ever do for a film company. All right. Then we get accused of robbing the location budget because we shot it at our house. All right, thanks. All right. Then we let their editor, this woman who has a 2-minute commercial she did for Spike Lee, supposedly, and now she's going to edit after we showed them that. I said, okay, take that because it's almost there. This is kind of what we're going for, and you know, put the final touch on it. All right, and being my editor was magnanimous enough to let her go, do it, and you know, we thought she's a young filmmaker, you know, looking for a shot. So she took the stuff. She worked in this big editing house, and after 2 months, she'd worked for about 15 minutes on it. So we said, all right, you mind if we go check it out? Fine. We look at the thing, or Frankie went to look at it. We had 2 hours, you know, to look at it in 3 months. This is the editing thing. Anyway, she decided to throw everything we did out, start from scratch, and turn it into like a Mercedes-Benz commercial. How you could turn that into a Mercedes-Benz commercial, only she could do. So the guy who puts up the money comes to check it out, almost commits suicide, can't do anything to the chick because it's his guitar player's old lady, takes it out on us and fires us. Now, the last rock video we did for Ben Fold 5, who, you know, when I heard the song, I said, now that song is so bad, I bet you we get the job. And sure enough, we got the gig. Because Ben Fold couldn't have nobody but us until we finished shooting. The same thing happened. He said, he goes to Australia and takes all the footage with him and says, you know, you guys are really good, but, you know, maybe we could bring another approach to the editing The editor always takes on. How about another approach to the editing? Maybe it could bring new light to what you guys do. I say, yeah, we could bring new light to your editor's fingers, like pointing him in a different direction, like if he touches the shit. The head of Sony, one of the head lawyers of Sony calls up and say, hey, don't threaten Ben Fold, because he's a very sensitive artist. And God forbid. It's all right he steals our footage. It's all right he recuts us. It's all right he says we don't even know how to cut. But don't make him upset by calling him in Australia. What are we going to do with the guy in Australia? All right? So, anyway, we got our way for $250,000. Now we're working, I don't even want to say for how much, but it made the $20,000 look like a lot of money. And we get fired. Okay, now how do you get fired if you're working for less than nothing? All right? And then we get fired. Anyway, I don't want to make a long story short. Maybe we should look at it again. Anyway, the plea is this. One time Chris Walken told me a story, right? He was doing a play, and he was going through a period of his life where he was really hitting it hard, right? And the show was about, I guess they knock on the door. I don't know if anybody's been in the theater. What did they give you, like a 10-minute warning or a 20-minute warning? 5. Yeah, or maybe 5. Anyway, yeah. He's saying he's lying on a cot in his dressing room. He didn't even know what planet he was on. When they say Chris is 5 minutes, he didn't even know if they were talking to him.
Jesus Christ.
And he was about to say, for the first time, he started on Broadway when he was 2 years old, and he's never missed the 5 minutes with us, right? And he said, I was going to say, I can't do it. And then I realized if I said that, I would be saying I can't do it half the time. You know what I mean? You can never open the door to I can't do it. You know, the show must go on. All right? So now we have something, because you can't say that's finished by any stretch of imagination. Although I would love to. Believe me, I can say, do you like the way we went back to the girl at the end for no apparent reason? You know what I'm saying? But we can't. So anyway, you know how like we ended our last film, if anybody saw Christmas, to be continued? That's a good one. In fact, we ended it to
Nice
be,
device, yes,
to be C-O-N-T, to be cunt. To be cunt is our new catchphrase. Anyway, that's to be continued. So now, Nikki D, did we bore you to death? Is he still here? Okay, Nikki, come on. It's Nikki's time. Yo, the great Nikki D. Let's go. Come on upstage. Okay, we gotta move this. Watch us break into action. We gotta move that. Okay, Nikki D. All right. Come on, Nikki, come on up here. Let him up, get him up here, come on. I'm not taking no for an answer. All right, I just want to introduce, this is one of our main actors. Come on, this is one of our main actors. All right. There's a great, come on. Look at this guy. You're only as tall as the person you're standing next to. Where are you? Here, go.
It's technical.
I'm going over here. Watch out, we got a union right there.
What do you want me to do?
Right, you watch. Yes, walk into it. You missed the shit.